Hey, what's up guys, Zyper here and welcome to a brand new lighting tutorial where we're gonna speak about the Martin M series and more in detail about Martin MPC. I want to do this video since a very long time. You actually ask me so many questions on my social media, and so I'm gonna try to answer everything, and at the same time I will to show you the feature I like and really the way how I work with that software. Because if you want just to learn the software, you have lots of tutorials, videos and everything on the internet, but you always ask how I work. So I'm gonna show you how I work with it. But first, let me introduce you the Martin M series. So you have the M Touch with the very cheap and small lighting controller, and the Martin M Touch is really a controller made for performance, for nightclubs, festivals, small events, and where you just need to make basic programmation, maybe really easy stuff, and just use 10 fader. Here it's touch fader, but it works really great. And I think this is my favorite one because I can put it in my bag. I come to my gig, I just open my laptop, plug my M Touch into it, and I'm ready to play. And when I work in nightclubs and festivals and everything, I prepare a lot of stuff at home. So I can have maybe an M2Go or an M2 PC at home, maybe M1, M6, depend of the gig, and prepare all the stuff at home. And then when I come once I'm live on stage and I have to play, I don't need all the programmation part. I just need to play, and so the M Touch is perfect for that. Then you have M2Go and M2 PC. So that's pretty much the same controller surface, but there is a big difference between it because M2 PC, the MPC software actually runs on an external laptop. So you need to plug it into a laptop, and the M2Go runs the software internally. So you just plug a screen into it. That's a huge difference. It's always a difference in the price. That's really how you prefer it. I always love to have my PC with me because I know exactly how my PC works. But if you like to just have one lighting desk and just plug the DMX cable into it and you're ready to go, then you need the M2Go. Then you have M1 and M6. That's the big controller and the very big controller. And with them, it's the same. You have the MPC software integrated into the controller, so into the lighting desk, and this is standalone. So you come on stage, you push it in, plug your DMX cable in, and you're ready to run the show. You also have a big part on it for programmation every time. Maybe I'm going to show you on the M6. So the M6 is interesting because it's the biggest controller for the M series, and so it have all 8 different hardware elements. So you have 2 screens where you can show up everything you want. I'm going to show you later in this tutorial what you can set up, how you can set up their screens and what you can see on them. And then you have 2 ports on the Martin MPC software and on all the controllers. You have the programming part where you're going to take a fixture, add some data into it, and then just let them play like that or save them somewhere. And then you have all the playback part where you're going to save a program, and when you activate that program, it just run in the way you has told him to run. And so with that part, you are able to run live your programs, and with that part, you create your programs. That's the main idea. And it's really important because it's really 2 different ways of working. You have some people, they like to take a fixture and add some data into it, and then you can see it live what it does. And I prefer to record all my programs into playback and just play with the playback, and I mostly never use the programmer when I play live. That's why I like the small controller like the M Touch, because I just need that, and I don't need that once I'm live on stage. Then last thing about the internet website for Martin, you can download MPC for free. It's only for a PC and Windows system, but it works on Windows 7, on Windows 8, on Windows 10. Don't worry, it works every time. And if you have some problems with the installation, you can write to the Martin support or to just go to the Martin M series forum, and the guy's going to help you all the time. There is always a solution. It needs a lots of driver, a lots of stuff, because it's such a huge program who needs to work with MIDI and with in the same time with networking, with Wi-Fi and all the stuff. So it's really heavy to install, but it works all the time. It's totally free and it's really stable. Okay, so once you have installed Martin MPC, just download Martin Show Designer if it asks you, and yeah, run MPC. If you run it with a free license like me, that means without any hardware, USB stick or anything, you have a free license for one universe. We can use it, we can make everything we want with it. We're just allowed to send output on one universe, but we can add fixture on all the universe we want and do whatever we want. We're gonna see that later. So to create a new show. That's how everything starts. And we're gonna call this Zyper MPC show. And here we are. So welcome into Martin MPC. So this is a very default blank program. So this is a very default blank show. There is nothing really into it. We're gonna refresh and delete all the stuff and just create everything the way we need to. So this starts with first the layout. Then we're gonna open Martin Show Designer. It has in his demo version some fixture in the 3D view. So we're gonna create a patch in Martin MPC to go with this fixture and create some basic programs, then some advanced programs. And then we're gonna add some MIDI controller, some OSC, some stuff like that. And as it takes a very long time, I will do it maybe a bit fast because I have worked so much with that software and you will have a lot of questions. We're gonna do this in 4 different episodes. So today we're just gonna do the very basic thing and prepare our stuff. And I'm gonna show you how to add some fixture in the patch. It's something really basic, but if you have never do it before, it can be really strange, difficult, or yeah. So that's what we're gonna do. Let's go. So here, MPC, you have the main menu. So menu, patch, load show, save show, analog screen, and add window. So first in the menu, you have the main info about your patch, about everything, and you can export some stuff. If you need some info, maybe if one day you have a guest in your club or something and they ask you, hey, what's your patch? Can you send me that? You can do it here. General. Here you have some default value, different access and everything. We're gonna do this in later because there is some stuff you have to change. There is some stuff we don't need to change. And we're gonna do that later. Same thing for the queue settings. We're gonna do that once we start to create some queue. Here you can load, save your show and create a new one. Then you have all the network for use a remote, use OSC, use Artnet and everything. We're gonna see that in the 4th tutorial because this is really complicated if you have never do this before. And then you have all the info about your Martin hardware, DMX settings. You have the tools to make the fixture update and everything. So it's can look pretty difficult in the beginning, but when you want to do something really precise, it's easy. And yeah, I'm gonna show you all that stuff, and you have a lot of tutorial on the Martin website about how to manage all the settings. So then you have the patch. We're gonna do this at least today. So add some fixture, clone, and everything. We're gonna do a really basic patch to start. Load show, save show, classic, and add a window. That means that you can manage all your windows the way you want, make them as big as you want, colors and everything. So for that, we need to unlock the screen. And now you see you have the white dots. That means that we can now edit and change our window. So we're gonna delete all the stuff. And now we have all that space to do whatever we want. And that can be really funny. Anyway, today we are serious. So let's add a playback button. Like this. You go to add window, click one time, and then click in the space you want to do it, to place it, and then just rescale the way you want. So easy. Yeah, maybe I'm going to show you. So you have the playback part that goes, as I showed you on the M6, the playback part. So here you have the playback buttons, and on the M6, the faders. You have the different banks, and you have some sub playbacks that are on the M6. You have some smaller faders that are the sub playback, or sub master, they call them sometimes. Then you have all your interface to manage your cue list. All the window you need to play with your fixture. So select one fixture, select some groups, you can see what is selected. All the programmer part is the presets, the FX, to see what's in your programmer. The patch also, this is more some info. If you want to edit the patch, most of the time you go to the main menu and then into patch. And all the other funny stuff like the clock. It's so important when you're on a boring gig and you just have to wait till the end. I mean, if Martin looks at this video and you want to do something really funny, two things. In the other, you need to add not a clock, but I don't know how to say that in English. You know, like you have 6 hours to play, let's start, and so it goes until the end. So you always know, okay, I have 2 hours to wait and then it's over. And something to add some pictures. So we can add some funny pictures everywhere and just make it look a bit more funny. But actually, I really like this interface, so I'm going to speak bad about it. This is the timecode clock. So if you run some timecode over the clock or something, you can watch it here. Hardware monitor, this is important if you are on a big configuration or with a very old computer. And then you have the playback wing, the playback submaster. This is exactly the same than your hardware, but you can see it on the screen. And if you have no hardware like today, you can access it here too. And so here you have your 10 playbacks with the buttons, everything, the grandmaster. But actually it's empty because we have nothing into our show. So let's create the view that we need. It's not view, it's called screen, sorry. So let's create our screens. So we have added a playback button here. So this is all the programs we're going to create in the next tutorials. And then when we play live, we just have to select, maybe imagine I want all my fixture in red. I make one cue list here in red. And when I click on it, I have everything in red. And that's it. So playback buttons. And then I want to see my activated cue list. So go to cue list. And I think it's active cue list. Must be that one. I'm gonna place this here. Yeah, perfect. You always need to find the right size, because if you make it too big, you don't have enough place for the rest. And if you make it too small, you don't have the 2 columns, or you don't have the navigation tool and everything. So once you have done that, right click here and record screen. This is very important because when you are in the screen editing mode, name it live. When you are in the screen editing mode, when you change from one screen to the other, it's not safe. That means that if I don't right click and record screen, if I go to preset and come back, everything changed. Look, if I delete everything here, go back to live, come back to presets, the windows are still here. And that can be, yeah, if you start working and change your layout all the time, you're gonna miss that so many times. Like you take 5 minutes to make a great page or a great screen actually, and once you come back 2 minutes later, you have lost everything because you forgot to right click record screen. So second screen, we're gonna place all the stuff we need for programmer. So we need the presets and effects. I'm gonna put them here. We need to add fixture parameters. Oh, actually, you can access this here, but I like to have them here. So once we start to program, everything will be much more clear. For the moment, just place everything right, so we win some time for later. Add a programmer. This is the view where you can see what fixture you have selected, what data you are entering into it, and then into fixture, take the fixture groups here. Oh, and one last is the grouping tool, this one. So make them right size, like that. So Looks pretty cool. So record screen and name this programmer. Like that. Third one is for cue lists. So we're gonna add all the windows we need to work or cue list. So that's the main window. Once you select the cue list, you can go here. You can change all the feature. You can see your different cues. You can make it time code or some stuff like that. So make it big because we're gonna work a lot with that. And then just add programmer. So we can always see what's in our programmer. You will understand a bit later why we add both. And the other one is into cue list value. So these look the same, but here you will see what data are in your programmer, and here you're gonna see what data are in your cue list. So if you have a wrong data, you want to change it, you can do it really fast, like here, and you see here and here what's happened, and then you just record it in somewhere here. For the moment, everything is blank, but you will see. Trust me, guys, this will work fine. Cue lists. And last one is with all the fixture. Add window, so go to fixture, and we're just gonna add fixtures here. And under that, fixture tools. Fixture groups, sorry, like that. Save it. So I'm a lucky guy. I have a very wide screen here, full HD. But if you are on a laptop or on a smaller screen, don't hesitate. If you don't have enough space to do everything in cue list or in the programmer, you have enough space and enough screen to make a lot of other different stuff. This is the main stuff I use. That means I play live. When I program, I have something to really program my stuff. When I create cue list, I have something to manage my cue list. And when I create fixture or fixture group, I have something to manage them. And then maybe later for some special situation, we're gonna make 1 or 2 more screen, but most of the time I work with those 4. And once I play live on stage, I always have that one in front of me with a lot of cue lists. And then I just select what I need and build my stuff and play it live. So once we have done that, just save the show, name it Zyper, name it the way you want. I call this Zyper MPC base show, save, and don't touch, please. Oh, don't touch. So because this is really the main thing. I mean, I never change that. So every time when I start to work on a new project, even if it's from scratch, I have no patch, nothing, I start with that one. So I don't lose 10 minutes to always modify all the layers and everything. So, and once we've done that, we can start working on our patch. So for the patch, on that tutorial, we're gonna use that one. So this is the website for Martin Show Designer with the 3D visualizer who comes with Martin. You can use it in a demo version for free. So just download it. You have to register to use it. So if you open it and they ask you for a license key or something like that, don't worry. It's a free license, but you have to register. And then here we have the patch to use. So what kind of fixture, what channel, what ID and everything that match with the 3D demo show. So I have installed everything. So just go to add-on, 3D visualizer. It's open and here we go. So here we have all the fixture and now we need to create a patch into MPC and link that together. Go to patch and we're going to start with the beginning to add the 24 Mac Viper. So command, new fixture, search for Martin Mac Viper. And it's the Mac Viper profile. They have 24 channels. I think it's a 16-bit. In 16 bits, 26 channels, that's it. So once you have found the right fixture with the right fixture setting, auto patch. We're going to call this Mac Zyper. Do it like that. We're going to add, so we need 24. So 24, start ID 01, universe 01, and address dot at 012. And he gonna, oh, thank you, Facebook. And he gonna add all the Mac Zyper automatically with the right address and everything. And as we have more channels, he gonna automatically add them on the second universe. So then you just need to apply to patch. Address config just to, yes, let's do this. And here we are with our fixture. Universe 2, so this is all okay. Don't worry about that error message. That means that you have with Martin MPC just a license for one universe. So when you add fixture on a second universe, it tells you, hey, you don't have the right license. You cannot use that fixture. But that's not a problem for us for the moment, as we just want to add some fixture in our patch to see how it works. So then let's continue. Command, new fixture, Martin, and we're going to add the Mac Aura in standard mode. Standard mode, so we have 14 channels. That's right. And we need to add 12 Mac Aura. So let's call them Mac Aura 12. They start ID, push this to 31. That's a nice trick. When you add a new fixture type, so we have add 24 Mac Zyper, and now we add the Mac Aura. Let them start at 31. So if you want to select, if you want to search for maybe the first Mac Aura, you know it's in 31, and the second Mac Aura is in 32, instead of 28 or 27. Or if we just follow here, the first Mac Aura will be in 25. And for me, I think it's easier to know it's 31 for the one Mac Aura, and Mac Aura 3 is in 33. That's easier. So that's a tip. And every time I add a new fixture group, I try to have them start with a 1. So the first one is on number 1. Universe 2 and address start with 131. 131. Apply to patch. And it's doing it here over Mac Aura. So then next one, add Mac 101. I love the Mac 101. Start to be a bit old, but I like how that fixture is so smart, so smart, so fast. It has everything I need and just what I need. So we're gonna add it make 12 channels. So 60-bit auto patch, Mac 101. We have 16. Start ID, so here 51, universe 2, and it start with 299. Apply to patch. Let's do this. I always need to check everything because when you do that right, it goes so easy, and all the programmation stuff goes better a bit later. But if you do something wrong, maybe you have just one address wrong or something, it sucks for the rest. Next one is to add the etc. So they just have one channel, so I'm not going to search them for 1 hour. I'm just going to add to G for generic and add just one channel for intensity. If you have some blinder, if you have some special stuff that you don't really know what it is, but it just has 1 or 2 channel, go into generic. You can have really just RGB color channel. You really have some pre-programmed stuff. Maybe if you have some LED strip with just 4 or 3 channels for intensity and colors, you can have them there, so you don't need to create it. So auto patch, name this etc source 4. I'm looking all the time because I'm never sure. So we have 8 of them. So start ID 71, universe 2, and address, just let them auto, but they should start at 249, 294, 494, and 91. Sorry, guys. You know, I am French, so every time when it goes to very specific stuff, my mind sings French, and I have to say that in English. So here it is. And the last one, I just do par, so that's the same. I'm just gonna reuse generate channel, call them par 36. We have 13.1. Is that possible? Yeah, okay, 31, start ID at 81, and we have then on universe 1, we have some space. Gonna check that. Yeah, right here, and so 495, right here. And here we have, so this is the patch for the MST demo setup. So we can close the patch, import MST. Oh yeah, we have our it's closing, so we have to restart it. Go to patch. No. Add 3D visualizer. I have trained for 5 minutes just to say 3D visualizer, and it's starting on visualizer. It's here. Gonna import like that, and now so you can see here all the fixture. We have no add that fixture in our patch, and so just go to operation. No, show control, follow. And instead of DMX, go to MPC. And now your MSD is following MPC. I'm gonna push that just here. Not sure. Oh, yeah, maybe if I go to view, always on top. And now if I select one of my fixtures, so maybe my Mac Zyper number 1, go to my programmer. I have now here the settings, and I can just push up the intensity. And if that works, you're good. Then I just need to check another thing. If I take a fixture on universe 2, go back to my programmer, that doesn't work. Is it possible? It was working. Last time I tried it, it was on an older version of MSD and MPC, and it was working. So it looked like, yeah, even here, universe 2 don't work. Yeah, but that's not a problem for what we want to do. So guys, I think that's enough for our first tutorial. In the next one, we're going to see how to make some basic programs, how to organize between the programmer part, make some presets, make some programs, some basic QLS and all that stuff. So that's for the next one. So this tutorial will come out, I think, next week. And then we're going to have another tutorial about all the more advanced programming, how to make some cue blinders, some tips to play live, and everything. And then on the fourth tutorial, I'm going to show you how to map your MIDI controller, how to add your OSC, and all the networking and all that stuff. So guys, my name is Zyper. This was my first quick look into Martin MPC. Hope you enjoy it. This was really the basic part. So if you're a light operator and just want to see how to work with Martin MPC, maybe this was a bit boring, but I hope that it was clear enough for all the new people who open such a software for the first time, and that they understand a little bit how it works. As every time, we're gonna learn and maybe change some stuff in the next tutorial. So see you next week for a brand new lighting tutorial. My name is Zyper. Go on visions.fr to find more info, and you can follow me on my Facebook, facebook.com/ZyperWorld, and ask me some questions on Twitter, twitter.com/ZyperWorld.